Second and goal.
Come on in, ladies. Want to roll this with these guys.
Second and goal.
Come on in, ladies. Want to roll this with these guys.
Second and goal.
Come on in, ladies. Want to roll this with these guys.
It's the blackberry and raspberry. So, as soon as you log in, we're gonna get right to the shit. Alright. Okay. How is everybody doing? I gotta figure out what band that song came from so I can get it through his pants. I am starting my podcast out with a drink. Good drink. Someone set the mood off right. Waiting on TP's on the way late because he's doing the Little League stuff and then Marlon's not in there.
Second and goal.
Come on in, ladies. Want to roll this with these guys.
I'm gonna have to talk about the LSU Tigers. Your LSU Tigers went down like good gas against a guy I'm still not sure can actually coach the game, but we'll figure that out later on in the season. Oh. Amber, how are you doing this evening? You know what? So, paying Chip Kelly 10 and to be honest, what happened with the team wasn't quarterback play. It wasn't a quarterback play issue. It was Chip Kelly. 2 years in a row, Chip Kelly has not been ready for Mike Norvell. That's crazy. Chip Kelly not ready for Mike Norvell. Let me see. I'm pretty sure TP is coaching. Like I say, we just waiting on Marlo. Oh, there he is. Good evening, sir.
What up?
Oh. I had to take a shot for the Queen. To the Queen.
Okay. America don't have no queen.
You can still be respectful. The lady served 70 years. I don't know what a queen actually does, but she did 70 years.
Who she served?
You know what? We can't talk about soccer. We can't talk about the queen. She dead. We just paying respect for a life well lived.
It says in the Bible, let the dead bury the dead.
Oh wow. Yeah, you know, it's just... So we already into the shits and we ain't even started yet.
I'm just saying.
Oh man.
All I'm saying, brother, is if that lady name was Betty May and she was from Bradenton, Florida, will they be doing a press conference about this?
You know what?
Would it be on every news outlet? They interviewed a lady from Britain, and she said, and I quote, you know, it's always sad when someone family member dies, but you know, as far as her being the Queen of England, I don't know how I feel about that because I don't see what they did. All they did was get rich as a monarchy. They didn't help with any laws. They didn't make any rulings. They did that.
I just trying to, you know what? We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
You the one brought it up. I'm just telling you I'm just putting facts out there, and facts they never fall flat. What she did, besides host state dinners and parties, and have celebrations in her name, and get endowments of land that is passed down from generation to generation. What she do?
Well, we're gonna go ahead and you got that off your chest? Because we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this FAMU thing. We gotta talk about it.
Let's go.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another one. Florida State Edition. Gathering the Old Men Podcast. Myself, Marlo, TP will be in a little later. But we gotta talk about some things. It's some things that we really gotta talk about. So first off, I didn't make it in Miami. I have some family stuff going on top of, I got a 6-year-old, so I didn't make it down to Miami on top of the weather. My equipment is not rainproof, so even if I was to chug all this stuff down there, it was not gonna be pretty. But that wasn't the main issue. Fam, you got ran off the field.
We stayed on the field. Ain't nobody run us nowhere.
What's going on, Apple? I don't even.
Come on, Curtis.
All right. You said y'all didn't get run off the field. The score was 59-3.
Yeah. Yeah, they won. I'm waiting. I'm this.
Shador Sanders was 29 of 33, 323 yards and 5 touchdowns.
He had a good game.
The FCS freshman of the year. There you go. There you go. I just, I'm gonna give TP a chance to come in, but fam, you got ran off the field. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying that to say that talent-wise, FAMU and Jackson State got the most NFL-ready players.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna put it out there like this. The coach in the press conference after the game said, I did not have my team prepared to play. That's what the coach said.
You know what?
The coach said, I take full responsibility for the performance that my team displayed on the field. He also said, you will never see FAMU play another game as long as he is head coach the way they played that one.
Okay, all right.
And I believe him.
Let's talk about a few things. Can we really blame the head coach for that? Completely blame the head coach for that performance?
Absolutely. If he say you can.
All right.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna ignore the fact that the compliance officer at Florida A&M is also the financial aid officer at Florida A&M. And I ain't no brain surgeon. I ain't no compliance officer. But I know it's a whole bunch of rules. Come on, it's a lot of rules, man.
It is. Yes, they had players that couldn't practice with the team. Yes, they had players that didn't play because they have not been clear yet. But the coach came out and said, and I quote, I take full responsibility for the performance of my team on the field. And they gave up 4 touchdowns on offense. No, that's not the head coach. But besides that, if you looked at the defense wasn't ready for their attack. FAMU offense wasn't ready for their attack. All they did was came up and played press. And FAMU got a bunch of receivers that run 4-3. So if I'm a quarterback, there's no way a defender can press me off the line and hold me 7 yards and me not get off clean. So you change your game plan. You don't go down the field. It's dink and dunk. He admitted his fault. I was at the game. I seen the foolishness. The quarterback has not, when they played North Carolina, then he didn't miss no wide open receivers. He didn't overthrow nobody.
No, he was 11 for 27 for 102 yards and interception.
Missing wide, and the interception was the pick 6. And it was the dumbest throw, like the defender was standing next to the receiver, and you throwing it out. You don't even have to be a good DB to run that back. And he's the wide. You throwing an out route to the wide out on like the 20. The dude walked in the end zone. It wasn't even close. So yeah, those things the coach can't take credit for. But the defensive plan, there's no way. He is not that good of a quarterback to go 23 for 30 something.
What? No. What we not gonna do? What we not gonna do is not do that. That is the FCS Freshman of the Year.
Oh my God! And then they went to South Carolina State and got bam. And they showed you what kind of quarterback he was. All you have to do is watch the game film in that South Carolina State game. They show you how to beat him. He couldn't complete nothing.
It's a whole new season.
It is a whole new season.
He is a better football player this year.
He is. He should be. That is Deion. But he is not that good. He is mobile as hell. If he gets in trouble, he's gonna pull it down and get a couple yards. He is that.
Who not that good?
Sanders.
Did you watch the game?
I was at the game. Did you see the
But
defense?
did you watch? No. I heard you say you was at the game, but did you watch the game?
The entire game. I even watched him doing the interview on the sidelines before the game was over.
So we saying Sanders ain't that good.
I'm saying he's not no damn 300 and some yards against a defense with athletes that FAMU has. He ain't that good. They play the cover 2 when you can't play a cover 2 with an athletic quarterback.
What we can't do. What we can't do is blame the outstanding performance of a quarterback on how bad the defense he was going against was.
I did not say he was not a good quarterback.
You said he not that good.
I said he ain't that good for the numbers he put up. If you playing against a bad defense and you put up good numbers, does that make you a good quarterback? Don't worry, I'll wait. Y'all can answer that one.
You know what? It's so good to be talking about somebody else quarterback, somebody else football team, somebody else coach.
I'm telling you, I will admit that we played a better team on Sunday. That team that was out there on the field was better than our team. Jackson State has athletes across the board.
They do.
They have, and Deion has went to the transfer portal and pimped that motherfucker, because they got some kids out there that are absolute studs. Like Hunter, he wasn't even a starting corner. And he's supposed to be all world. Deion's son, who played defensive back, transferred to another damn school. So Deion got something cooking in Jackson State. I will take nothing from that. But we do too. And the performance that they put out there on that field was lackluster. It was a team that's not disciplined.
They were still in training camp.
Right. That shit was crazy.
You know, when you look at a team that just wasn't ready to play,
they were not ready at all.
So you saying you don't blame the coach? I 100% blame the coach. That team looked like,
I'm telling him.
I will 100% blame the coach, because they looked like they were not prepared to play football. They were not 100% on no aspect of the game. Not in special teams, not on offense. The line didn't block. The defensive line shedded nobody. The cornerbacks guarded nobody. Like I at some point, yeah, is Deion Sanders' son the best quarterback in the FCS? Probably not. But he looked like it this past week, because FAMU was not ready to play.
They were not.
But that goes on the coach. That's preparation. I'm sorry. I blame the coach.
He took full blame in the press conference. He said, "It is not on my kids. It is on me and my coaching. They pay us to do a better job than what we did."
So knowing what we know about what's going on in the athletic department at FAMU, do you think there are other teams, i.e. Division I schools, going, oh, the coach didn't have him prepared, or do you think they're going, he is putting up with some stuff that no coach should have to put up with?
No, I'm absolutely sure other teams that's trying to poach him is definitely thinking they have an opportunity.
Let me tell
But
you. I hate to cut you off, Marlo, but I gotta say this real. I gotta say this. No self-respecting coach will go out on a press conference and blame his players or blame the situation going on around his school. No self-respecting coach would do that. You know, what we do as coaches is we look at how can we get better. We understand that there's going to be other things going on. And, you know, when you have scandals and you have other things like that, it's like, okay, there's something else to deal with. But at the end of the day, the coach got to have his players ready to play football. That's just the bottom line.
And if a coach does not own up and take full responsibility for that and the situations that are going on, that'll tell you the quality of the coach. That'll let you know that the coach ain't shit. If he would have went out there in the press conference, my kids played like shit. I didn't have. I called plays that they didn't listen to. I didn't. No, hell no.
That sounds like Brian Kelly.
I'm just telling you, bro. And he ain't played a snap.
You know why Mike Tomlin, one of my favorite coaches?
Oh yeah, be real.
He came out on the press conference after they got their ass whooped. I think it was either Thursday night or a Monday night game, and he simply said, "We weren't ready for prime time." Simple as that. I didn't have them ready for prime time. That's on me. But we gonna be better, and we'll be back.
Gonna be better.
That's why Mike Tomlin is one of my favorite coaches of all time, because I respect the hell out of him in the way that he goes about his business, and he don't blame nobody.
You know what's special about black college football?
These guys.
It's the halftime show. It's the halftime show, right? It's special. And when the Bayou Classic is on NBC, we tune in because we know we gonna see the band.
Come on in, ladies.
Yes,
These guys.
Fuck wrong with you? It's a HBCU game. So you took the opportunity to sell ESPN Plus so that people would watch the halftime show. I love FAMU. I love Jackson State. I love all HBCUs. There are historically talented football players that come from HBCUs. Bullet Bob Hayes, Sweetness, Doug Williams. But let's be honest.
Come on in, ladies.
Ain't nobody flying no football player to Paris to play in front of the nation.
Come on in, ladies.
Ain't nobody sitting around looking at halftime, looking at players take their ankles. They want to hear the sonic boom. ESPN, what are you doing? Everybody should have seen that halftime show.
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of times when we watch an HBCU football, we're not seeing the best quality of football. So how else do we sell that?
Yeah.
How else do we sell that? We sell it with the halftime show, because the halftime show gonna be lit, and that's what a lot of these Southern colleges are known for: the marching band. Alabama A&T, Grambling, TSU, Southern, FAMU. They're all known more for the marching band than for the football.
I was at a FAMU BCC or BCU now, Florida Classic. when FAMU's announcer, yes, ladies and gentlemen, at HBCUs, the marching band has an announcer. The FAMU announcer told BCU to get their rat off the field. That's Black college football. There was a whole experience that the world should have seen. And it was a missed opportunity by ESPN. But it's okay. It's okay. Because, you know, we talking college football. And this week something special happened, and I can't even believe I'm about to say that this happened. TP?
I've been waiting. I'm on your ass. Go ahead. I'm on your ass. Come on with it. Come on with it. I want to hear what you got to say. I got to hear this because I've been waiting all week. Oh, I've been waiting all week. So come on with it, Troy. What you got for me?
I saw an offensive scheme for 85% of the game, an offensive scheme that I was like, this is a pro-style offense. This is a very good attack. Also, Mike Norvell wasn't calling plays. He figured it out. He figured out what he was doing wasn't working. And so he found someone who made it work. And by nature, he looked like an offensive lineman. He's an offensive line coach. They played a physical brand of Florida State football against an LSU team that across the board, by their numbers, was a better squad.
Another reason we need Florida State in the SEC. But continue.
We're going to get there. We're getting there. And so I watched Florida State do something that they haven't done in 3 years. They had offensive imagination. Now, that toss sweep at the goal line, that was some of the dumbest fucking football I've seen in 20 years. But it was imagination, so I will give you credit for imagination. TP ain't going for it, TP. He ain't going for the imagination.
Nope, won't bluff me.
All that shit is food, bro. LSU wasn't ready for the lights either.
Did Troy freeze? What happened?
Of course he did. He's talking about Florida State.
That's why.
Power probably went out again.
Well, how you been doing, my brother? Oh, yeah, he didn't stop. He didn't fuck up.
It say Marlo is now hosting the show.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, his power might have went out again. Every time he gets to going off about Florida State, his power go out.
You don't learn to stop talking shit about the people.
Oh, I was about to let him have it though. But you're not gonna sell me with that little toss sweep on the goal line. That was probably the worst call I've ever saw.
Ever.
I was hoping they lose after that one. I said, oh yeah, it's time to lose this game. Y'all didn't want it. They should have lost. And LSU dumbasses went for 2 instead of going for overtime. They probably would have won. They had the momentum.
They're gonna learn.
But I'm about to
better team.
Yeah.
Yeah, better team. That shit wouldn't even be close.
Nah. LSU, they look like it was their first game of the year. I'm about to smash this food while Troy fixes down his shit though.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Watching this game.
I feel that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he said he'll be right back. Then he just called me.
He said what?
He said he'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
They get added 4 more games.
They ain't got $5 million.
They got and fires.
And they didn't charge me any money, did they? Sign initially.
The judge. No, initially no.
What was it, 6 games?
Yeah, there's 6 games.
And no money.
No man. That's
And
how he got.
the license, commission.
All right. I'm back. All right. So
Yeah.
getting back to what I was saying. Mike made me a little nervous about everything that went down in that game. He still has he does not have the discipline to kick the 3 points. He is one of them analytics kids who think going forward is going to win you games. It almost got them beat. But as Marlo told me, a win is a win and celebrate the win. Okay. All right. A win is a win. A win is a win. Cool. But there are games down the stretch that concern me. Florida is on the schedule. Miami is on the schedule. We just lost another offensive lineman for the year, but it did not seem to affect us during the LSU game. So maybe we can survive that. I will have to wait and see how that turns out. I'm happy for the win. I was happy to see the players look like the Florida State players of old, making big plays, celebrating each other for a brief moment in time outside of the not kicking the 3 points. They look like a football team that's able to do something. But again, that's something we'll have to look at a little later. But let's talk about that guy Brian Kelly. Because I mean, let's just be honest, even on this podcast, Mike Norvell has not had the glowing reviews that one would expect of a Florida State head coach. And Brian Kelly in 2 football games has not looked well at all. And a $10 million coach, you paid $10 million to lose the Mike. But it's okay. Because clearly Brian Kelly don't understand what it's like south of Tennessee. Because he decided to you know what? Me losing to Florida State wasn't bad enough. It wasn't bad enough. I think I can do worse.
He finna be out of a job.
You know, this soundbite says it all about Brian Brian Kelly.
That we'll open it up to this late arriving media crowd that must have enjoyed the weekend. That's usually $10 that we put in the kitty. We'll have a big bash at the end of the year at my place.
So maybe if you win, I'll be on time.
So for those that didn't catch that, a reporter was walking in late to the LSU press conference, and he made a little joke. And it was a joke. However,
Little jokey joke.
this particular reporter woke up and chose violence. And she said, maybe if you win, I'll be on time. Let me translate that for y'all. Translation. Those who lose to a white guy that used to wear cornrows in the 90s don't need to be speaking with your chest all out. Those who lost to a team that lost to Jacksonville State, and you're at one of the preeminent SEC schools, don't need to be running their mouths. And that $10 million you get in a year, we one of the people that can get you run out of town. So what you need to do is have some humility, go about your business, and have a nice day. Because picking at reporters in Baton Rouge, and just in case y'all don't know, in Louisiana is Baton Rouge and it's Jackson, Mississippi. That's it. Once that newspaper get on your ass, it's over.
Oh, don't forget about Biloxi.
Sorry. So, the people in Biloxi, they want to put hands on him because they done lost some money on him.
Oh, they definitely lost some bread.
And as a no, I wasn't going to this game with my chest all out. We gonna win this. I wasn't doing that. I just wanted to see what was gonna happen. Because what I seen in the spring game, they ran 2 route combinations all spring. How was I gonna get excited? 2 route combinations. The whole spring game. I was on this show, and I don't ever talk about college players. Talking about Michael Pittman. I'm sorry. Micah Pittman, NYCA. His dad, Michael Pittman, played for Marlowe's Tampa Bay Buccaneers during their Super Bowl season. I was on this podcast. Not now I'm talking about players going, there is a lot of hype around this kid. And this spring game, the only thing we could say was he blocked downfield. Well, he got up against LSU and was like, I don't see all this SEC hype. Where are these all-world defensive backs? And he got to work. And Florida State receiving corps went to business. But it's one game. I can't be overly hyped. But we ain't started out 1-0 in a while. So I'm going to enjoy it and get ready for Louisville in 2 weeks.
Y'all 2-0, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2-0 to the ballet school.
Can I go now? I was gonna let you.
Go ahead. I know you want to talk about me.
Oh, I didn't want to Kanye.
I
didn't want to Kanye you. I didn't want to Kanye you. Clear my throat. Got a lot to unpack here. First of all, LSU, you fired a coach who consistently had y'all in the top 5 consistently. Man could barely speak English, but he did coach some damn good football. First of all, let's bring him back. because Brian Kelly ain't it. I'm telling you right now. He won't last too much longer. He mess around losing Mississippi State, he gonna be out of a job. He lose to Arkansas, he gonna be out of a job. The people at LSU do not tolerate anything less than only having to deal with Alabama. They're used to beating up on everybody else. When you come out and you lose to a team that's not even in the SEC to start your season, not a great start, Brian Kelly. Not a great start. Your seat is gonna feel like somebody turned the oven up to 400. They put it on broil. Because if you continue down this path, you will not be the head coach at the end of this season, let alone coming into the next one. But I digress on Mr. Kelly. Hopefully he gets it together because right now it looks like a dumpster fire. Mr. Norvell, the person we've talked so much about this offseason, how it must be lovely to get paid so well to be so bad at your job. You again showed us why you are not a good coach. The offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator saved your ass this week. And you should only pray that they do it every week because you, as far as a decision maker, it's not it. This was the only sports game I watched all weekend, and I had to tune in. It's Florida State versus LSU. And it wasn't even on Saturday. It was on Sunday. So I had all the time. I had time that day. And I sat there and I watched the whole game. And what I saw was a very physical Florida State team put hands and feet on LSU. I seen them take it to them in the trenches where it matters. And what I saw was a very physical football game that was won with minimum penalties and almost given away by a stupid decision from the head coach. We take 3 there. We go up 10. The game is out of reach. Instead, we're going for 6. You trying to make a point. Oh, okay. The point you almost made was you're a terrible coach. That's what I got from that. Going forward, Florida State, run the football. We saw when y'all got in third and long situations, it wasn't pretty. Florida State cannot, they cannot let themselves get anything over a 3rd and 6. Anything over a 3rd and 6, you might well get your punt team ready. But they did dominate the line of scrimmage, and that is why they ultimately came away with the win. LSU was fighting tooth and nail, but they looked very disorganized. There was a lot of things that were going on that the average viewer may not have seen, but there were players out of position. They were late. The quarterback for LSU wasn't making proper reads. He was panicking. Offensive line not blocking correctly. It's the little minute details that can cost you a game and make the other team look better. They made FSU look better than what they actually should have been. All I saw was a physical football team. I didn't see a well-coached team. But the physicality of Florida State is ultimately what makes them a force that, hey, they put everybody on notice. We beat LSU. We went to a SEC team's house.
Hold on. I'm not gonna let you do that. Here's why I'm not gonna let you do that.
They weren't in Death Valley. They weren't in Death Valley, but they were in Louisiana.
We have a history with that Sugar Bowl. Anytime somebody say we're gonna be in Louisiana, which also lets me know that Florida State fans are probably alcoholics. Y'all ain't fooling nobody.
They showed up. Fan. They showed up.
We show up. 30,000 strong, we was there.
It's about a 7-8 hour drive from Tallahassee.
No, a little bit more.
right at 10.
No,
So Louis,
well,
it's
Tallahassee, no.
Tallahassee be about 7, 8
it's
hours. 6 hours. That ain't bad. But my point is Florida State dominated in the trenches, and Mr. Norval, woo, boy, did you almost blow that when I was waiting for it. When he fumbled that ball, I said, "Oh yeah, Florida State lost this one." Oh, and I can't wait to let Troy hit. I can't wait. Either way, you was gonna have to hit me, cause hell no,
I
ain't
knew
no
what
way.
it was. Listen, I
Ain't
knew
no
what
way.
it was.
When y'all fumbled that ball, you was probably like, "Oh, TP finna let me have it," and you 100% right. You finna hear all this. Your coach tried to cost you the game. This dude, who already is on the hot seat, is doing everything he can to get fired. But we gonna see. It's a long season. This is you're 2-0. You played a preschool team, and now you play the real team, and you still unscathed, barely. And I say barely because it was on the slimmest of margin. You can't win by less than 1 point. You literally cannot win by less than what they won by. So, and this is a bad coached, unorganized LSU. So is this more of a FSU is a good team or LSU wasn't ready to play football? I think it's a little bit of both. I think FSU is a good team. I think they have the physicality needed to play at a high level, but I also think LSU was not ready to play. That's all I got to say on the matter.
Well, here go a question. Is Brian Kelly a $10 million coach?
Fuck no. Oh, excuse my language. No, he is not.
Because Marlo,
absolutely not. Absolutely.
I got to be looking through the contract language. It's got to be something in the contract saying that if you lose to Florida State, we get back $3 million, like something. Something's got to be in the contract. But you know what? I'll leave that alone since, it's all about coaches that probably shouldn't get paid but are getting paid. But here go a good one for you. Money. Dabo Sweeney. Money. One American Network t-shirt wearing. Money. Can't recruit no more. Money. Grown man named Dabo. Money. Why you scared to use your real name? Money. You in South Carolina. Don't nobody want to come play for you. Money. Deshaun Watson gone. T. Lawrence gone. All your good players gone. Money. You might not beat Miami this year. Money. Just signed a new contract for $111 million. Money. Making him the highest paid coach in all of college football. Money. Who was watching the last 3 years? Money. Was LSU a factor? Money. But he get the bag. Money. So I gotta respect it. Money. He pulling the wool over these people's eyes. Money. They might lose to Wake Forest. Money. That is my Stuttgart impression. Money.
If they lose hell no. If they lose to Wake Forest, they need to void his contract on the spot. His shit should be voided before he can get in the locker room. Hell no. $100 million ain't recruited shit in the last 3 years. Have they not been paying attention to the recruiting class? It ain't look good. Texas A&M has had better recruiting class than Clemson in the last 3 years. And nobody even talking about them. But we give them $100 million?
$100 million.
I wonder if that's because the coach down in Georgia got paid. I wonder if that's because the coach of A&M got paid. I wonder if that's because the coach of Alabama got paid. Everybody getting paid, but ain't nobody recruiting. We gonna figure out who the real champion is come January.
First of all these coaches with these $100 million contracts have the complexion for the connection. That's
So, you know what? I got to do it right. Dabble Sweeney. $111 million. 14th ranked recruiting class. Is he hanging out with Mike Norville? He got to be. Nobody in Florida like you no more. That NIL money is killing you. You better call Jimbo. He probably gonna need a special teams coach. When Jimbo get fired and have to work at UTEP.
University of Texas El Paso. For the people that don't know who UTEP is, they are a D1 school too, by the way. They are D1. Believe it or not.
You know what? Jimbo didn't deserve that. He got shot for no reason. I almost want to say my bad. But fuck Jimbo Fisher. I hope all the bad things in life happen to Jimbo and nobody else but Jimbo. But I gotta respect him. He get the bag. All right. So right now, it's football. Tonight is the night. And the Buffalo Bills are up 7-0 on the Los Angeles Rams. And it's early. So we're gonna see how that shake out. Marlo TP, Brett Yormark, hope I didn't mess up your name. Big 12 commissioner says that he is expanding and they're going to look for teams out west. So what you're saying is the Pac-12 is going to disband? And you're going to get Washington State?
They got to get somebody. The Pac-10 dissipate. Big 12 dissipate. Give me two conferences. Give me the Big 10 and SEC. That should be the only major conferences. Give me 20 teams each conference. We hash it out to the top 8. We have an 8-team playoff to decide the champion. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I feel like FAMU and Jackson State don't get a phone call from the Big 12 at this point. And they'll probably win the conference. That thing so trash. I just want to know the last year the Big 12 played defense. That was the last time Matt Brown was in the Big 12?
Yes. Ha! Yes. And his middle linebacker name was Derrick Johnson. That was the last time.
I was like, come on, man. I get it. All right. Kansas City Chief defensive lineman Frank Clark pleading no contest to gun charges. Why y'all can't act right? These should not be programming notes. The programming notes should be Frank Clark donated 50 jerseys to a youth football team.
Why do we expect people to be good? Oh, it's human nature. And it's also human nature to make mistakes. So this,
I'm not, and let me be fair, I'm not precluding him from redemption. It's just there are stories like, so I'm gonna give y'all some insight into the podcast. So I try to get some articles that we can have conversation pieces around. And there are a lot of negative athletic articles out there. And you wouldn't believe how many negative athletic articles out there in the world. And I have to go, okay, this is kind of important because of the team and, you know, what they need to do and how important his position is and all this other stuff. And is the NFL going to suspend him? All of that bullshit. That's the stuff I have to go through in my head. I could have brought up Andy Reid's son pleading guilty. I didn't bring that up. That situation is so bad, nobody needs to even talk about that. It's just bad. So there are stories that I want the podcast to be positive. I want what athletes do to look either positive or just normal athlete stuff. You know, this is about Fat Mouth Sports is where the fans have a voice. And so we talk about fan shit.
Right.
Unfortunately, this is a story because of who he is and his importance to the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, I guess the only thing we can say is we hope that this doesn't hinder their season in any way, because I hate for a team season to be derailed by something that happens off the field. I feel like you have to give your team the fairest opportunity at being successful for the season. And the off the field bullshit that goes on a lot of times does derail teams. We've seen it before with very tragic situations. There was before Chiefs season, Johan, what was the name? Johan Belvon. I can't pronounce his name. Belvon. He committed suicide after killing his girlfriend. That's not how a team should start the season. But not looking at the football aspect of it, this man took his own life and took the life of somebody else. That was something that ultimately negatively affected his team. Now, not to be so drastic in this aspect is just a gun charge. It's still something that you should be training for football. You shouldn't be playing with guns. Leave the guns to the cops and the folks fighting wars overseas. Your battle is on the football field. So, and if you do have a gun, how hard is it to get a license? You ain't got a felony. Get your license, make sure you're legit. You ain't got to worry about bullshit like that. You can focus on what you need to be focusing on, and that's playing football on Sundays. But that's how I feel about it. I hate to see something like that, you know, come and derail a team season because now the focus isn't on the next game. It's on whether or not Frank Clark is going to be there on Sunday because the NFL might come down with a suspension. So now we don't know.
So, I you know, I don't want to say this podcast is founded on Tom Brady disrespect. That would be wrong. However, the fans feel like I need to speak on Tom Brady in such a manner that is commensurate with my dislike for that man. Right now, there's an article out asking if Tom Brady can win another Super Bowl because, as you all know, the players voted Tom Brady the number one football player in the National Football League. Not Aaron Donald, not Patrick Mahomes, but Tom Brady. And I get it. However, Michael Parsons feel the same way I do.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Michael Parsons said we need to get him out of the league.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Michael Parsons said he's been dominating the league way too long.
Fuck Tom Brady.
They say he can see it in his eyes.
Really? Really, y'all go. Really? That's what we're doing. He dominated the league too long. Michael Parsons, he should apologize in advance. Tom Brady gonna have like 6 touchdowns, bro.
What? Did we hear? Marlo said Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I want to. Even TP sitting up in this seat. Tom Brady, 6 touchdowns. Wow. So I want to make sure I get it straight. We got it right here. We're recording live. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. is going to have 6 touchdowns.
6 at least. He might have 7
against the Dallas Cowboys.
Against the Dallas Cowboys. They ain't got no damn defense. Dallas.
I feel like there's a bottle that I need to put up. 6 touchdowns? Against the Rams? Against the Dallas Cowboys? Oh, wow.
That's what he said. That's what I heard. 6 touchdowns.
He said it was
what defense Dallas have? I'll wait.
They got Michael Parsons.
They got one person.
They got the interception leader from last year too.
Yeah, he was also the most targeted defensive back in the league last year.
They also added Anthony Barr to that defense.
And he gave up the most yards as a defensive back last year.
I ain't one to start nothing. But that whole interior line is gone.
Fuck Tom Brady.
And last time I checked around these streets, Tom Brady wasn't scrambling for nothing. They don't call no rollouts for that man. He ran the 8-10-40. I'm just trying. Okay, all right. Y'all know he's 45, right? Because I feel like
who he got to run from?
Who he got to run
from? The game.
I feel like I want to
quarterback playing.
I feel like I want to put up a bottle. I feel like
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I feel like this. I feel like I want to put up a bottle, but it's the Dallas Cowboys. If it wasn't the Dallas Cowboys, I'll put a bottle up. Anybody else, I'll put a bottle up, but it's the Dallas Cowboys. And Dak Prescott already talked about his cleats hurting his feet, so I don't know how that's going.
Why not? Why don't you feel yourself?
Because that ain't my squad. Them ain't the Raiders.
Like they are with all that disrespect in your voice.
You know what? First off, Dallas ain't my squad. And if I had faith in Dak Prescott and his receivers,
you gonna report some foolishness somebody from Dallas said it like it was your own.
Look. I'm just reporting the news. Don't shoot the messenger.
How about that?
Wow. Oh wow. What, ladies and gentlemen, this
only
what happened.
Only because he ran his mouth, they're gonna run the score up on the ass. I bet he shut up next time.
Molo, you gonna be in that game?
6 touchdowns is wild. But Micah Parsons, I love you to death, man. You're one of my favorite football players. You was before you even came to the NFL. You just happened to go to a team I hate. But Micah Parsons, there's this thing called knowing your role or staying in your lane. The last thing you need to do as a second-year player is call out the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. That we don't do. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. You're disrespecting your elders. I understand he's still playing, but he's an elder. It's disrespectful. 6 touchdowns is wild. I ain't saying he about to go and throw 506 touchdowns. That's just nuts because he is like 73 years old. But Michael Parsons, you're gonna be humbled real quick when y'all play the Buccaneers. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't.
That's all I'm
We gonna beat shit down Dallas legs.
Hey, we
That's
gonna
what we
win.
gonna do.
Why we shut down
The
people's
dog
legs?
shit out of Dallas.
Wow. 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 So, wow. I'm gonna leave that there. So, there has been a European basketball tournament going on right now as we speak, and two of the prominent players are Rudy Gobert and Luka Doncic. Rudy Gobert has a dunk on Luka that is all over the internet. And Luka has a block shot on a European player. I think that's the first time I've seen him play defense in the last 2 years. And I'm not saying that to throw shade at Luka. I'm just saying that where was that energy when
Oh
Steph
no,
Curry?
that was 100% shade as you took a sip. No, we're not finna do that. That was shade, and I saw it on your face. If the people that's just listening and they can't see your face, I saw it. That was shade. No cap.
I just want to know where that. I just want to know where that energy was when Steph Curry stopped. Oh, you want to be under the rim, and went right at him. You don't need to block nobody's shot ever again until you go get Steph Curry. You're not gonna get your manhood back until you get Steph Curry. I ain't trying to say nothing to start nothing.
You want to fight? Well, then come on.
But Steph Curry pretty much said, you ain't that guy on national TV. And it wasn't nobody else around. It was just you and
Nobody
him.
move. Nobody get hurt.
And I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, that's Steph Curry. He's 6 foot nothing. You 6'8", 285. You running 8-10-40. You ain't have to do nothing but jump.
8-10-40 is crazy comms, by the way. That is nuts. Tom Brady ran a 5-something. I'm just saying.
And I'm just like, and so all the new NBA players, the youngsters coming up, Luka got the most hype. And I felt like it was undeserved because of all the players coming in to this day. And there are players that are just chubby that work out. The Joker is chubby and he works out, but he can run the whole game. He can give you that work the whole game. Luka ain't that guy. Luka need a nutritionist. He need Michael Jordan's trainer. He need to get in that pool, quit playing these international games, get serious about your craft because you living on talent. And the Warriors showed you can't live on talent.
I got to stop you there. They lost not because Luka Doncic tried to live off his talent. They lost because the rest of the Mavericks are not that talented. That is why they lost.
Well, they less talented now.
Oh, 100%. They might.
less talented.
Oh, 100%. They gonna have it rough. They should have kept their same team.
Do you know how hard it is to pull a dude that can get you 30 off? You can't just go around finding dudes that get you 30 off the bench. It doesn't happen. It's not a thing.
Where's Brunson at now?
He with the Knicks.
The New York Knickerbockers.
And you know what? I wasn't finna like this.
What does Stephen A. have to say about this? What did Stephen A. say when his beloved New York Knicks picked up Brunson? He said we're back. He said we back.
He didn't say we was back because he was under the impression that they was gonna get the Spider. They was gonna get spider.
I would hope that those would never be the words that he used to describe his team, because the Knicks ain't never been it.
Not in our lifetime.
Not in our lifetime. What, the 60s?
No.
70s?
Of all the conversations I had with my dad about basketball, he never said anything about New York.
He never said nothing about the New York Knicks. So I would hope Stephen A. wouldn't be like, "Oh, we're back." No, you never were it. So that's like me. That's like me as a Texas fan say, "Hey, we back. We ain't won shit. So what are we back to?"
So I was privy to a Twitch chat in which TP was in. And everything was going fine. And TP threw Davis Mills out there. Davis Mills, all the criticism you get is because of TP. TP basically made you a MVP type candidate. So whatever hate mail you get is TP fault. But I will say this.
What is the term? I believe it goes something like this. TP had the unmitigated gall to declare Davis Mills as a top 5 QB in the league. Does that sound accurate?
It was. He said it like he meant it.
Oh, I meant it.
Sometimes you go to the poker table and the dude is bluffing you with some deuces because you holding 2 spades, 2 aces. And he bluffing you and he just sitting there like,
and look you right in the window
I'ma keep raising
of your soul.
And I don't care what you got over there, but I'm going to keep raising.
You're going to have to show your hand. You're going to have to pay to see it. And that is exactly how I feel.
I'm just like, but I will say this, and I don't know if DK is still in the chat or not. I'm just going to say this. The Texans will be better than the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's like not even a thing. I'm sorry. The Jaguars don't have what they should have, and it's not their fault. Stop hiring Gators as your head coach and wondering why your team is in shambles. I know this. We've been there. That being
How
said,
you know it, sir? How do you know it?
I'm just saying.
Just saying. How you know?
Once upon a time, I was a Buccaneer fan. And there was 2 wide receivers from the University of Florida. And Sam Weiss was their head coach. And it was a Gator and a Hurricane. Lamar Thomas was the Hurricane. And Sam Weiss said he drops everything except his check. Shout out Lamar Thomas. Probably one of the great Hurricanes in Hurricane history. 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. Got to the NFL and caught nothing. But hey, I have no problem taking time out of my day shooting shots at Gators and Hurricanes. It's too easy. Like Marlo set y'all up. It's Marlo's fault. Blame Marlo.
I ain't setting nobody up. First of all, I just trying to recall some things. It's a interesting scenario.
You don't recall Lamar Thomas?
Who that?
You don't recall Rita? What Rita Anthony? A Buccaneer?
I have signed gloves from him. Rita Anthony's cool.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Because you got some signed gloves from a dude who got the dropsies, he cool.
Who got who?
Hold on, let's look up retail stats.
Butterfingers.
Retail Anthony.
Brick hands.
You should. Read that.
How many?
Anthony? No. Read that. Anthony was nice.
Let's look up his stats. Read there, Anthony.
Acres.
97 to 2001 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Career yards, 1,800. His best season was 708 yards.
Balling.
He just said.
Meanwhile, Troy got 0 yards.
He just said.
0.
0 catches.
0
yards.
catches.
0 snaps.
I am the new media. I get to sit on the sideline and critique.
0 practice yards.
0 practice yards.
0 yards.
If you gave me really an Anthony check, I'd catch the same number of passes he caught. How many play? You know what?
Oh.
I'll say this. How many playoffs did y'all go to, Rita, Anthony? I'll wait. Lamar Thomas? I'll wait. I'll even tell you, I'll put a Seminole on that list. At one point, Florida State had Lawrence Darcy, Lamar Thomas, and what was the other? There was another Gator. I don't know. Oh my God, the bad management of the Buccaneers was just horrific. Lawrence Darcy ran a 4.840, but he could catch everything. He just couldn't get no separation. After that first season was a really good season. He had 1,000 yards that first season.
You gotta have some kind of separation.
That first season he had 1,000 yards. I think he had an injury, and after that it was over. And I say all this to say this. I would like to take the time to apologize to the Glazer family because my Manchester United squad in the last 5 games has gone 4-1. And the GOAT is still on the team. I am hopeful that they will stay their ass to Tampa and fuck with the Buccaneers and leave my beloved Manchester United alone. Because the GOAT is playing well and he looked good. He looked spry for a 36-year-old. Look young and spry. So, Glazer family, thank you. Stay on your yacht, your island somewhere, whatever you're doing. Don't fuck with nobody. Let everybody do their job and we good. All right. TP earlier, I tried to bring it up, but somebody didn't want me to bring it up. But the PGA Championships of Halt played following the death of the Queen of England. Understandable. If you don't want nothing going on in England while the Queen, they're mourning the Queen. I get it. Now, what we need to talk about is this brother in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. That's what we need to talk about. And I want to know, somebody, viewers, is he Haitian? Because anybody named Francis Tiafoe gotta be Haitian. Gotta be. Like, Rafa, first off, I just want to say you are an amazing tennis player. Whoever is your hairstylist need their ass whooped. You should have cut your hair off 3 years ago. What you hanging on to them 4 strands for? What we doing? You got 4 strands of hair.
4 strands is wild.
4 strands of hair and a big old bald spot. Let it go. Andre Agassi let it go. What you holding on to yours for? You ain't no sex symbol. Let it go. It's okay. Some of us don't have hair. Some of us bald hair. It's all good. Let it go. That brother beat another patch in your head. Go ahead and cut it off.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I just saw a commercial. Michael Jordan just did Sunday Night Football commercial for Tom Brady and the Bucks. Michael Jordan. I said 6 touchdowns. It might be more. That's all I'm saying.
So
Might
what the
be
fuck
more.
you trying to say, Marlo?
Fuck
I'm
Tom
just
Brady.
saying. The GOAT. The GOAT said something to
Fuck
another
Tom
GOAT.
Brady.
I'm just saying.
Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady.
I just want to point out, Michael Jordan,
Everybody
much like
hate on the
Joe
king.
Montana, is undefeated in championship
Everybody hate on the
games.
king.
What king? What king? Oh my. Update. The Rams are up 7, the Rams are down by 3. It's now 7-10. Let me check my fantasy squad to see if Allen Robinson got any points. He got 2 points. Hey, yo, Allen, you got 1 reception for 12 yards. Dude, don't make me come see you. You need a touchdown. I drafted you. You was a steal of the draft. I need you to get a touchdown. Don't worry. I'm going to make this a clip and I'm going to at you in. I need you to get a touchdown. I believe in you. But, getting back to Rafa. Rafa lost to Francis and was at a loss for words. And I get it. Because this brother comes out of nowhere and had Rafa chasing balls all over the court. Pause. I mean tennis balls. It was chasing tennis balls all over the court. Don't get him a check acting crazy. I'm just saying. So I am trying to see, because I feel like he's Haitian. I am wrong. He is the son of immigrants from Sierra Leone. This brother got something to prove. And his residence is Orlando, Florida. But nothing, Marlo? Nothing about Orlando? Whatever. Florida boy. Florida boy. You heard it here first. Florida boy. So J.R. Smith is an interesting character. Absolutely interesting character. And
man, it was
JR has a GOAT story, since Marlo wants to talk about the GOAT. Apparently, JR was playing golf with the GOAT. And this is what happened.
it was unbelievable. It's one of the most childish feelings I've felt as a grown-ass man.
Right.
He smoked me.
How bad we talking? He smoked you.
The first round we ended up even. And then
So for everybody that don't know, J.R. Smith is a collegiate golfer. He has skills to play golf. And he played Michael Jordan in golf and got smoked.
in the second round, he smoked me by like 3 shots.
Did he talk shit?
The whole time.
What was the best
time.
MJ bar that he gave you, that he got off on you when we all golfing?
So we was betting, right?
Yeah.
So I doubled down on one of my bets. I'm gonna play 5 front, 5 back, and 5 overall. He's like, all right, cool. I said, oh, 100, not 1,000, not 100. He was like, no.
Imagine talking tough to Mike and be like, whoa, Mike, the way my bank account work, I'm just talking 2 zeros. That's all I'm talking. 2 zeros. I'm not finna give you no house. I'm just talking 2 zeros.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. And then he threw this jab at me low key, and I was just like, "Ooh, that was a good one." He said, "Yeah, you had a good career. It wasn't a great one. You had a good one." I was like, "Oh."
Imagine playing golf with Mike and talking shit and thinking shit wasn't gonna come back your way.
He was talking to Mr. Six Rings himself too, huh? Mr. Six Rings. Okay.
Come on. That's
like we going out and having a pickup game with Dr. J. Hey, don't reach, young man. Don't reach.
Yeah. I don't even know why you would do that. That's some crazy shit. Like it's protocols to it. First of all, if I'm gambling and I had a good career in the league, I'm not gonna be at the same table with Mike because our gamble is different. Our bets are gonna be different. So that's a party foul for J.R. Smith. That's on him. That's him. He bad. He bad. Not his bad. He bad. That's dumb.
Mike, you, like in everything, you are the GOAT. You just don't fuck around. All right. So we talked about it a little bit on how American-born players in Major League Baseball are treated differently than foreign-born players. So there's a thing in the Dominican Republic where they can't sign contracts until they're 16. However, they do these verbal agreements as young as 12. Let everybody stop and digest that. Major League Baseball does verbal agreements with players as young as 12. So,
what does this verbal agreement have to do with anything when it comes to the draft?
And that's the great thing about the Dominican Republic. Foreign-born players, if they are out of academy systems, do not necessarily have to go through drafts. Much like Shohei Ohtani, Ichiro, you kind of bid on them, and whoever delivers the best contract wins. Now, a couple things happen that a lot of people don't know about. Let's take an American-born player. I'm related to KJ Harris, who played for the University of West Virginia, or West Virginia University. He played football there, but before he played there in football, he played minor league baseball. The requirements are different for American-born players. You got to pay for certain things, make sure their college is paid for, all this stuff. Foreign-born players do not have those luxuries, and upon anything before 16, there are verbal agreements. So they're non-binding. Now, there are also foreign-born players that will enter in a verbal agreement and no, I'm not interested, and go with the highest team. That's not unusual. What is unusual is the Dominican Republic has had enough. The Dominican Republic has said, you know what? There is video of the Los Angeles Angels making a verbal agreement to sign a player. And because there's video, we're going to go ahead and hear this thing in court. Now, the money isn't significant. We're talking, for one player, it's $1.8 million. For another player, it's $425,000. So these, as far as Major League Baseball is concerned, it's not a significant number. However, this is how change starts. These kids, if they don't pan out, they go back home as bust. There is no educational system that they can go and build their skills for another career. Those are only for American-born players. And as much as I applaud the Major League Baseball Players Association, this is one of those things that's a dirty black eye that we don't talk about much. Because we don't have a lot of examples of how bad it is. However, this is an example of this just being bad. Baseball can do better. They should do better. I'm not saying make those kids go to U.S. schools, but provide them with something other than going back home with pennies on the dollar.
It's immoral when you think about it. You give such high incentives to the point where there's no fallback plan. For a lot of them, it's like, this is it. And it very much will be. This is it. And if they don't make it, they have nothing. There's no education behind it. Every kid that goes to the Major League Baseball should have to enter the draft. Why is that? There's no verbal agreements. There's no false sense of security. There's no absence of a backup plan. Not to mention, you're sitting here poaching kids who ain't even had the opportunity to show you what they can do. But you promising them the world and then giving them nothing, knowing they have nothing to go back to. It's immoral.
This is going to be a game changer. But it only takes one small pebble to change everything. So we're gonna follow and see how this is going. Programming note, I don't know if I mentioned it before. The young ladies playing volleyball at Grambling State, they are playing. It is beautiful to see. The young lady that was used as a pawn in the video is also playing. She maintained her scholarship. So they are playing, and it's a beautiful thing. I don't know how well they'll do this year, but somebody got it right.
You talking about the Money Machine girl?
Yes, the Money Machine girl is playing. She is playing.
For Grambling.
For Grambling. I don't think she should have lost her scholarship or lost anything, because let's just be honest, it was adults that should have been adults that were not. And she was used as a pawn.
That's what I said. I said that. I said, look, I don't blame her. I blame the social media department that decided that was a good idea. That's who I blame. And then I blame the person that signed off on it, and then the person that recorded it, and then the person that put it out. I blame all them.
All facts. All right, fellas. It's football. It's football.
Like sands through the hourglass.
It's week 1.
So are the days of our...
And we can't pick the night's game because it started before we kind of got on. But it's week 1. And we're going to get some picks on the record. Say it with your chest. First game, New Orleans at Atlanta.
New Orleans.
I like New Orleans.
By 7.
Ooh, TP said New Orleans by 7. Marlo?
I'm just excited that we all back. The football community.
He don't want to talk about the NFC South. He don't want to talk about the NFC South.
He know what James finna do to him.
That was very political. That was very political of you, Marlo.
I'm just happy. No, I'm just happy to be here. That's all.
But who gonna win though?
The Super Bowl?
No, this week.
New Orleans and Atlanta.
Oh hell, trash on trash. I'm gonna go with New Orleans. I hate to say it.
That's tough talk.
That's three. That's 3 for 3 on for New Orleans though. That's 3 for 3.
Okay, so second game. San Francisco at Chicago. Oh, this is a no-brainer. This no
San Francisco a lot to a little.
San Francisco might be by 21.
Don't sleep on Justin Fields though. Don't sleep on Mr. Fields. But I say a lot to a little.
We ain't gonna sleep on them. They just ain't gonna win.
Hey.
All right.
San Francisco.
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
I think Cincinnati's still feeling that hangover. Give me Mike Tomlin and the boys.
Where they playing at?
They
don't
playing
matter.
at Cincinnati.
It don't matter.
I'm gonna say Cincinnati. But
I like
Pittsburgh is different.
I like Pittsburgh by 3. Philadelphia versus Detroit. Oh, this is a tearjerker.
Philly by 21.
I say Philly by 6.
I like Philly by 6, only because Detroit has lost some offensive linemen. So yeah, Philly by 6. And here it is. Here it is. New England at Miami.
Do we need to pull up the Southeast? Because Tua about to put the NFL on notice.
Wait,
what? Tua, you heard me. I didn't stutter and I didn't mumble.
Yeah.
Tua finna put the NFL on notice. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill will combine for 280 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. That's them combined, not individually. That's combined. 280 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I said Miami. Because I just don't see what New England got to stop them.
It's not that Miami winning. I do believe that Miami could pass for 280 yards. I just think that the dude throwing the ball gonna have on 2 gloves. So I agree Miami wins.
The only way Teddy Bridgewater sees the field this NFL season is if Tua gets hurt.
I don't have faith in Tua, but I believe Miami will win this game. Baltimore versus the New York Jets. How many points will Baltimore score? Is the only question.
Baltimore by 28.
A lot to a little. Baltimore. A lot to a little.
Jacksonville versus Washington. I like Washington in this game.
I like Washington by 7.
I don't know how to teach. Did you just really pick? Hold on. You yelling Duval, but I need it on the record. Are you picking Jacksonville?
I am picking Jayville.
It's on the record. Make sure I'm recording. Yep, it's on the record.
We're not. This not Jacksonville State. This is like the Jacksonville Jaguars we talking about.
And then I play at Florida State.
And they not playing at Florida State. This is the Jaguars.
Alumni, that was a joke. It's just jokes. Don't ban me from the group again. I've had enough. It's just jokes. Relax. Cleveland at Carolina.
Baker Mayfield shows his ass against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns got a better defense, better run game, better everything except quarterback. And it's going to show. Baker Mayfield beats his previous team.
You want it? Somebody was going to throw it out.
Baker Mayfield ain't beat nothing but a towel.
Baker Mayfield.
I like Cleveland.
Exactly who he's going to be. That's exactly who he's going to be. Baker Mayfield. Who he's been in the league all these years.
Nah, here go the game. TP ain't going to expect me to do this. Houston. Indianapolis at Houston.
The crazy thing is, I live in Indy now. And I get to talk to all these Colts fans.
You ain't going to be able to go to the grocery store no more.
I can't even go to the grocery. I got this big-ass Texas coat that I'm with.
Oh, God.
They know it. And I coach football up here. And guess what? They say, oh, that's that Texas boy. He's damn right. Bring it on, Coach. We ain't worried. We ain't scared. Who y'all quarterback? It don't matter. Did they go get Matt Ryan? They would have got Matt. They got Matt Ryan. He was trash in Atlanta. Come on, man. Texans by 21.
My God. Somebody help TP.
Oh man.
I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. Indy is going to beat the brakes out of Houston, bro.
I say Indy by 3. I'm sorry.
I say Indy by 3 touchdowns. Sorry.
Keep that same energy, Marlo. You keep that same energy. Don't worry. I'll be waiting there when bells and whistles come next Thursday.
Yes.
Bells
and I'm just gonna
and
say
whistles.
I told you so.
Now, if we do lose by 3 touchdowns, it will be a blank screen where you see TP. I might not show up. But I'm going to tell you right now.
That's hilarious.
Texas by 21. Let's go.
All right. So, New York at Tennessee.
New York,
Tennessee by a lot.
Giants.
Is Ryan Tannehill still the quarterback of the of the Titans?
Yeah. But the Giants still got Eli Manning, illegitimate son. So,
man, give me Danny Dimes. Give me the New York Football Giants. I don't believe in the Titans. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm picking the Titans.
Yeah, I'm taking Titans. It don't take rocket science to hand the ball to Derrick Henry. Like, they're going to play jazz ball. They're going to hand the ball to Derrick Henry 822 times and win the game.
We must forget Saquon is on the other side. But do tell. Do tell.
I get it. So, Green Bay at Minnesota. Mr. All World versus Mr. Checkdown.
But they do have some monsters at receivers in Minnesota.
Jettas. Jake Jettas goes for 200 yards because the Green Bay Packers secondary ain't ready for him.
My conscience will not allow me to pick the most overrated quarterback in football history. But I also don't like Aaron Rodgers. However, I like Aaron Rodgers less or more than I like Kirk Cousins. I say the Green Bay Packers by 2 in a defensive struggle.
Negative. Be a shootout.
So, a game that has fantasy implications for me, Kansas City Chiefs at Arizona Cardinals. I need the Tiny Tot to throw for 385 yards. Oh.
You know D-Hop suspended, right?
Yeah.
Now, you said Arizona and who?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I like Kansas City by 15. And in a divisional game. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's
the disrespect segment.
Uh-oh. Here we go. All season long, we've been hearing about how this MASH unit is supposed to take over the NFL and go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
I feel like they're overrated. I feel like them Chargers.
I suggest you kiss my ass quick.
Them Chargers ain't what they think they is. But I know we got Derek Carr. And we got Tay-Tay. I like my Raiders by 6. We got a running game. We got passing games. We got weapons everywhere. We got the walk-on. I like us by 6. And be 1-0 in the division.
Derek Carr will be sacked 6 times in this game. 6.
No, he won't. After the first sacks, both are going to be hurt.
The Chargers are healthy right now. When the Chargers are healthy, they're a dangerous team. Now, come week 7, week 8, it might not look like the same Chargers because I don't know who they got in they training department who keeping these players healthy because they have been doing a horrible job at it. You hear me? A horrible job. Emphasis on the H-O. Week 1, though, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, they on Derek Carr ass, bro. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not. Black and blue game. Let's see it. Oh, Chargers by 3.
Yeah, definitely Chargers.
Well, we're going to see. Like they say, it's fuck around and find out season. You know, some things are just special. They're just special.
Fuck Tom Brady.
And the Bucks played Dallas in Irving, Texas.
Let me tell y'all a story about a young child. Young child, he was being abused at home. You know, he was getting beat by his mama. The state took him, gave him to his dad. Come to find out, dad was beating him too. You know, very terrible story. But the state said, we'll give him to the Dallas Cowboys because they don't beat nobody. And he's been safe ever since.
What is that? Oh, God.
That's
Dallas Cowboys sent all your hate mail to TP. I had nothing to do with that. Y'all like to blame me for stuff. I had nothing to do with that. Oh, my.
I have zero, and when I say zero respect for an organization that call themselves boys, when they supposed to be never men now. So,
ladies and gentlemen, this is when the alcohol has kicked in.
Them boys.
Them boys.
We them boys.
Like and they might as well have tassels on and spurs and shit.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. And shit.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to just cut all of that out.
No, what?
They gonna have to change their name from Cowboys to Cow Guys. Cause they're a bunch of guys who don't do shit ever.
Thank you, TP, for the save. Oh my.
A bunch of
I hope
guys.
they don't get beat by 28. That's what they better hope.
Dak Prescott couldn't toss a rock in the ocean.
Why he ain't no Dak? What did Dak ever do to anybody? Oh,
I tell you what he didn't do. Throw him the football. CD gonna be fed up in about a year or two, and he gonna be out of town too. Mark Cooper said, "Get me the fuck out of here. This man here throwing a ball at my ankles. I got to go."
Oh, all right. And on the Monday night matchup, it's the return of Mr. Cornball to Seattle.
You're gonna leave Russ alone.
I like Denver by 14 because Seattle can't play dead in the Cowboy movie. And that's if they was playing in Dallas Cowboy Stadium.
Damn.
What they got?
They got DK Metcalf.
And Geno as a starting quarterback. The only way DK get the balls is on the end around.
DK Metcalf is a special talent. Now, I'm before I even go any further, I'm just gonna say Denver by 21. But coming back to the possibility that the Seahawks have to compete, DK Metcalf is a one in a lifetime talent for them. Outside of that, I really don't know. No, I can't. I ain't got no faces to names on the rest of the defense. Who the fuck do they have?
Nobody.
They
That's
sent me
that
an invitation
team.
to train.
Like when you pull up to the park, everybody sitting on the outside. Everybody who want to play standing up. They pick all the ones who's sitting on the outside. All of them.
You got 2 feet, 2 hands. You're under the age of 35. Practice is at 3:00. Be there, please.
You know what? I realized I let something slide, and I let y'all slide away with something. The Chargers are playing in Los Angeles. It's gonna be more Raiders fans there than Chargers fans. That's a home game. We win by 14. What am I talking about? You know what? My bad, Raider Nation. I didn't fully look at the schedule. We up by 14. My bad. We got those picks out of the way. I do want to take a quick moment because today I had, I was working today and I was in Sarasota, and I think Marlo would know this. The PGA has a PGA store. And I'm sure that's not the only PGA store that's around.
No, they got a bunch of them.
And only with the PGA do free market economics not work. Only for the PGA. I don't fucking feel sorry for you. You deserve everything you get. For every black golfer, every woman golfer that has tried to get their value from you and you deny it, I hope the Live Tour take all your best players. Already lost number 2 player. You deserve everything you get. You spend more time trying to hold on to money and play gatekeeper to people that you don't want associated with your sport, that you losing those very people you need to expand your sport. NASCAR has more recognizable minority players than you do. Formula One has more recognizable players than you do. Just go ahead and fold. I'm okay with you folding. I don't give 2 fucks about your history because your history ain't never did nothing to me. Ain't never did nothing for me. But that ain't this and this ain't that. I just want to get that off my chest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of week. Apparently I got some stuff off my chest already. Then we get some stuff off our chest.
That's nothing new. That's nothing new.
TP, you got something to get off your chest this week?
I said what I said. All right, you hear me? Davis Mills is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. We don't care about the Jaguars around here. We don't care about the Colts. We don't care about the Titans. The rest of the AFC about to get put on notice when Davis Mills takes the field. Meet me out there on Reliance Stadium on the 50-yard line with your quarterback, and I'm coming with Davis Mills, and we're gonna put in work. We're gonna see who better.
Ooh.
It's time to reign in the new era. Bill O'Brien, we ain't got no more time for you, big dog. We moved on. You tried to derail us, but we still here. We still fighting. It don't matter how many times you get knocked down in life. And I need y'all to all understand that. It don't matter how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. When somebody tells you can't do something, you look them right in the windows of their soul, in their eyes, and you tell them, your limitations do not exist in my world. Your limitations are dead to me. Does not matter what you say. It is what I do on the field. Houston Texans, it's time to ball out. We had a rough go at it, but we here now. Now let's get it.
Marlo?
I'm just gonna say, go Bucks. We don't play.
I got a good character. You can throw me a
We don't
obviously.
like we used to. We might have played back in the day. We ain't playing this year. It will not be a time to where there's going to be a gray area when we on the field. We will only lose to a team that's better than us. We ain't going to lose to no scrub. We ain't going to lose to no happenstance team. We are very, 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 very well prepared. And we're going to get it in. That's just what we're going to do. And to all them Tampa Bay, Tom Brady haters,
Fuck Tom Brady.
all y'all. That's all I got to say.
All right. Marlo's gotten that off his chest. So, for me, it's we say it a couple times, but I don't think any platform covers the WNBA as much as they should. And this week, the Las Vegas Aces retired. And I say that with the utmost respect, because you have to retire great players. And Sue Bird got retired by the Las Vegas Aces. This woman is a leader. She is everything you want in a winner. At every level, she's a winner. And I hope her and her wife, Megan Rapinoe, go out and adopt some children and raise some more winners. Because the world needs more winners like this. They don't have to be big show. They don't have to be, they just go out, do their job, and win. And the fact that we missed her career, because make no bones about it, all of her championships, all of her assists, all of her points, the number of years she's played in the WNBA, we missed it. Let's just be honest. On every platform, ESPN, she is not celebrated the way she should be. Give her flowers. Because it ain't many that's going to do what she did. So, Sue, hats off. Enjoy your retirement. You will be missed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Gathering the Old Men Podcast. I will be getting out TikToks because this is a very, very TikTok-worthy show. Whoop, whoop. Marlo.
Sound of the police.
Yeah.
Tell Brew he had an opportunity to bring his ass on this podcast. Stop yelling shit in the background. I said it.
Yeah, he's scared and engaged.
He engaged. Is he losing his money?
Yeah, he kind of is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's story time.
Should have made better decisions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's story time. It's a real quick story time. If you are ever at the poker table with Brew, understand you are going to win because Brew is going to lose. That is my time, ladies and gentlemen. For TP, for Marlo, I'm Troy. Thank you for coming out. Good night.